Okay guys, we're back with some heavy rain. I have no idea what this chapter is called, but you'll see in the title. But honestly, the whole part of this
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Sheppard's room.
is to talk to Anne Sheppard.
Please sign the visitor's book.
Okay.
Are you a member of the family?
You could say that.
Yeah, you could say that. Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her, you know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor. Thank you. Room 19. Where is that?
Yeah guys, apparently Anne Sheppard happens to be the mother of the origami killer. That is not a spoiler. You guys should already know that. I think the origami killer might be John's twin brother, and there are some orchids in this that you're gonna need later, right after you talk to Miss Anne Sheppard. Yeah, you're gonna need one of those in order, because Alzheimer, I think, is like it's like kind of like short-term memory loss or something. So she'll have trouble remembering things, but you'll find out from her nurse.
Hello, Mrs. Sheppard.
Is it time for my pills already?
She was in the intro.
No, Mrs. Sheppard,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
Introduce myself.
My name is Madison Paige. I'm a journalist. I'd like to ask you some questions about your son.
Journalist.
I don't like this hospital. The food isn't very good, you know.
No one likes journalists, because they get a story of you and they turn it into something bad. Okay, questions.
You had a son named John, and John had a twin brother.
What was his name?
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
See? Okay,
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Try to remember, Mrs. Sheppard. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know.
dear God.
They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
Your other son, Mrs. Sheppard, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
What's wrong with that old lady?
Alzheimer, Dad.
Alzheimer's?
She's having trouble remembering things.
Mrs. Sheppard, your son may be linked to a series of murders.
Dad.
Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Because there were too many.
Are you a new nurse?
Too many crap or too
Where are
much
my
crap?
pills?
Crap. Okay. Guilty.
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Sheppard. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me. Can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their
Turn
mother,
it down,
do
bud. It's
they?
too loud.
Alrighty, Dad. Sorry, guys, that was my fault. Turn it down to 17. Okay, any thoughts?
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here. This woman might be the origami killer's mother. Must be some way to get her to remember. It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be dead by then.
Okay, here's a way to get her to remember some things. All I have to do is show her something that reminds her of the past. Like, if you want help, ask the nurse right here. Although, I don't need any help because I know what to do. Okay, so what you want to do is come over here and get an orchid. Right after you talk to Miss Sheppard, because she loves orchids. You can ask the nurse for help. Like if you have trouble, ask that nurse over there. She'll help you out. Like what? Show her something that reminds her of her past, and she will remember.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave.
All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't
Oops.
learn anything more by staying here. Seems to be working. She's remembering. Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Sheppard. John and... what was your other son's name again?
Don't
My other
push her.
son? I only had one son, my little Johnny.
What? That's a lie. Alright, now come over here with some origami. What you want to do is turn the page until you find the dogs. The dog. Okay, now make one. This is some strange origami.
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max. All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Alrighty.
All right, no point in wasting my time.
Surprise.
I won't learn anything more by staying here.
Okay, I'm never pressing X as long as I'm reading the thoughts.
Her memory is coming back. Don't stop now. Just remember. Are these your children, Mrs. Sheppard? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them, always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know. I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
I understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Sheppard. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name, Mrs. Sheppard. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only knew how much I missed him.
Stop
Please,
pushing her.
Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
And now here's the secret we've all been waiting for. Madison knows who the killer is. Alright guys, yeah, and I'm running out of battery, but that's okay because I'm going to get some new batteries.